Right now, I'm with three guys here that robbed me this morning. We're gonna ask them why they robbed me and what it was all about. I'm bugging. Come on, people. This is the team right here from allhiphop.com. What's up, everybody? How we feeling?
How you doing, man?
What up?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
All the interviews, you watch me do all these celebrities on this show, I go to their site first when I go to get all my info. So I want to thank you guys first for doing my homework. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thank you right there. But let me start. How did All Hip Hop even start, man?
Well, we're both based out of Delaware. We were based out of Delaware. I still live there. Chuck and Steve live in New York. But we were all basically doing separate businesses. I was running a record label. These guys had a website called Tantrum. I registered allhiphop.com as a way to promote the acts that were on my website. And then I started adding content to it to get more people to come. But the content was really whack, you know what I'm saying? It was all really just stuff that I was writing. I updated like maybe once a month. Like, there was nothing serious about it but the domain name. And that's when Chuck and I, got together, and he brought up the idea that we take his online magazine, which he was interviewing artists like DMX and, Nas. Just interviewing really official artists, and just put that under the brand, under All Hip Hop, since the URL was so good.
So how did you guys get such a buzz and even get these exclusive interviews and things like that?
Well, I guess at the time, with DMX, that whole new generation of hip hop coming in, and we had those. I mean, honestly, they were from other publications that I was already writing for, and we had a decent level. The graphics were kind of cool and everything. It just came. The traffic just came, and as we updated more and more, we gave people something to come to. Basically every day. Yeah.
So you're saying that it went kind of viral, like you just put the message out and the people came?
Absolutely. We've never advertised, maybe once or twice here and there, but it's all viral. Everything we've done from day one has been viral, grassroots marketing.
Yeah, all right, that's real talk. So what do you guys decide what gets to go on like All Hip Hop? Let me grab you because I know I got to work, but let me get over here.
Oh, there's a whole lot of things. Really, if it's newsworthy, and of course the hot features, they go up there. And that's what the people are looking for, everything that's hot. So, we try to address everything, news, music, pictures, everything. So, we try to cover the whole gambit to satisfy everybody's needs.
See?
We also listen to the people as well. We pay close attention to our community and the readership and what they're asking for. A lot of time, it might be just one person asking for a specific artist, and we'll pay attention to that.
That's great. So what is allhiphop.com, man?
What is it? It's it's a hip hop lover's wet dream, man. I hope the viewers aren't saying you said no cussing.
Yeah, thank you.
You didn't say nothing about what I could imply, but it's the truth. There's everything there, from a different feature with a different rapper every day, 2 or 3 of them. Not to mention the daily news. We're up to anywhere between 3 to 6 stories per day on an average. So, it's really morphed into something more like CNN for hip hop, which is what our goal was when we first started. We always told people our goal is to be the CNN of hip hop conceptually. And so, I think that we're definitely reaching that goal. In terms of how we decide what goes up, our content, we get stuff from the labels, from the artists themselves. Daily news-wise, it's a variety of things. The news pretty much powers itself. If somebody gets shot or an album's coming out, like everything within rap, it's such a big culture that there's a lot to be covered by. It's not as narrow of a genre as people outside of the culture think.
So how do you decide, I guess, who submits articles and what you take is real and what is fake or bull? Like, how does that come about?
Oh man, we first of all, we have a pretty extensive research department, where we fact checked and everything and research what's real and what's not. And that goes back to the actual art of reporting, and journalism. That's our base, So, and as far as writers, we have such an extensive staff of writers right now. It's ridiculous, but we do try to, we're trying to begin to narrow it down a little bit to the cream of the crop, a little more or less, And with All Hip Hop, the funny thing with writers is that we have a high turnover because once they begin to write for us, only a few days later, it seems like The Source or Double XL or Billboard or somebody's grabbing them up. And we have writers everywhere. Vibe Magazine, Billboard Magazine, Double XL. It's ridiculous. But it's a good look. It's really a good place. It's kind of like, now we're kind of like that breeding ground of the next generation of writers.
great place to be. It's a lot of power, as you see also. And when you think of the website All Hip Hop, what are some of the stories that stand out to you as the best or the worst, or rumors or things like that come out to you? Let me grab you. I'll make me see me work. Y'all know he's behind the camera.
I mean, it's kind of funny. It's kind of dangerous. You know, me and Greg and Chuck, we joke about it, but it's kind of funny how people will come to us, and sometimes rumors start from just people giving us information, and then it's kind of scary because it's like it's gone all over the country. Now they're talking about it on radio, and now the artists will call us up like, I didn't say that, you know what I mean, or change that, and I'm like, hey, man, this is what you said, or and it's funny, but it's sometimes it's a little humbling because you get to see the power of when you post something up that it affects literally. I mean, we're talking the United States and even the world, because everybody would take it and then talk about it, and then they'll just diffuse it throughout the whole community.
I mean, we got a lot of other media that comes to All Hip Hop as well. So when it's something, man, come on, you know what's up. A lot of people tell us, oh, such and such is taking your rumors, or somebody taking your news and they're reading it word for word. So we know what's going on with that. But as far as the artists want the attention. They give us rumors a lot of times. A lot of one guy wanted everybody to know that he was sleeping with such and such. Not gonna say who. Yeah, we've had some real interesting talks with people like DMX. A lot of like The Game when he first got his butterfly tattoo. Yeah, he let that when he was beefing with his brother. Those are some of the real memorable interviews. Recently. So.
When? I want to go back to when you guys first started out and you got when you're on the office yo, we just spoke to Russell Simmons or something like that. What are some of those?
Man, when we first interviewed Russell, that was crazy. We were man, that was the early era, boy.
We were riding in the we was riding in his truck. Yeah. We went up to his office and he just wanted to see who we were, what we were doing, because he was doing 360hiphop.com, or it I can't remember if it had just went out of business, but it was right around that time. And we were just riding in the truck with him, man. I remember I was in the front seat, Chuck was in the back, and we were all just chopping it up. And I'm looking in the rearview mirror, looking at Chuck like, yo, man, we up in this car with Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny, man.
I said, yo, I'm old school like you. Yo, he's like, what? You ain't old school. Like, oh.
So we're gonna show you how to hustle so you can style all these sneakers.
Yes, sir. Lace Magazine doing it real big. Check out the hottest sneaker magazine on the market right now at www.lacedmagazine.com.
Why? So we can show you how to hustle so you can style all these sneakers.